Pen Pal and cloud migration. Modern problems require modern solutions. Steve Jobs said in 2006 that quality is more important than quantity. One home run is much better than two doubles. But what if you can have two home runs? What if you can have both quantity and quality? Let's get some context on Pen Pal and their problem. Pen Pal is a multinational financial services company. They experienced a boom in customers over the pandemic. There's roughly 200 megabytes of data per customer. That totals about 166.7 terabytes across all of the different regions. The boom of customers has put an increased strain on on-premise data storage systems. Their 1990s IBM servers were originally viable for 30 years. Now they are only viable for 3 years unless load is reduced. Analysts at Pen Pal say that load must be reduced to ensure customer data is not lost and security is maintained. So what? Migrating to cloud-based data storage is the best way to handle influxes of new customers. But what does it mean to migrate data to the cloud? Let's get to know the cloud better. Imagine it's a super cloudy day, and when you look around, as far as you can see are clouds blanketing the sky. There are tons of little water and other molecules making up this endless sea of clouds. Imagine cloud storage is the same, but it's an endless sea of data. Cloud migration of data means to move data from one place to a cloud computing environment. In this case, from Pen Pal's on-site data centers to a cloud-based service. Why should you care? Cloud data storage is the safest method of data storage, which allows us to achieve quality and is the most cost-effective and scalable solution, which allows us to have quantity. This gives us our 2 home runs. Safety. In a Google Cloud survey, 31% of decision makers in the cloud industry said that cybersecurity was their top investment priority. 49% of businesses surveyed by the Google Commission Forrester report on the state of public cloud migration said that they expected to or received improved security by migrating to cloud computing. What is the message here? Well, cloud computing is a safer option for data storage than on-premise services. For Pen Pal to scale their business to their new customer base, they must keep these customers' data safe by migrating to the cloud. Keeping customer trust. 65% of victims of data breaches lose trust in the organization. 80% of data breach victims in developed nations abandon a business. Clearly, data breaches do harm to a company's reputation and business. The added security of cloud computing will contribute to keeping a company's reputation safe in the long run. Amazon Web Service. Amazon Web Services is the most used cloud service in the world, holding 33% of the market. It is safe and reliable and is trusted by successful companies such as Verizon and Netflix. Around $2,100 is the cost of migration for all of Pen Pal's consumer data. About $17,000 per month is the cost of storing current customers' data on Amazon Web Service. And less than 1 cent per month is the cost of storing one new customer's data. Let's talk about savings. Migrating to cloud computing provides a long-term cost-saving benefit compared to on-premise servers because it eliminates capital expense, which is owning and having to buy a certain amount of servers, and it converts it to an operating expense, which is a subscription and pay as you need. There's no need to pay for new servers, for electricity and cooling and power, and for real estate to house the servers. You can also switch IT experts for on-premise services to the cloud. So there's no need to hire new, you only need to retrain old employees. On-premise versus cloud computing. So on-premise services have a lot of ongoing costs that you have to maintain apart from just software licenses, versus cloud computing is mostly just based off of the subscription fee. Overall, there is an expected 17% reduction in IT costs after moving to the cloud. You only pay for what you use, so it's easy to expand and grow, hence scalable. At a click of a button, you can expand storage based off demand. Let's finish with a question. Why shouldn't we just expand our on-premise services? It would be easy. We already have on-premise servers. We already have a trained department. Well, if we want to be modern, we want to be efficient. So if you need to buy new on-premise servers every time you get more customers, that's not being efficient. You might have quality, but you can't also get quantity. So if you want 2 home runs, quality and quantity, it is clear that cloud computing is the best way to get both quality and quantity out of data storage. Thank you for listening. It's time to hit those home runs.